All right, here we are for the final rounds. Final round. Excuse me. And we are on the play. No, we're in the draw again. I'm going to keep this hand. Oh God, I just like drank water too quickly and I suddenly had hiccups. Didn't realize the match was starting so soon. This is like 30 seconds after our last match ended. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and keep. This is a good hand. We have a good curve. Some removal, evasion. So it's gonna play our planes, say go. And our opponent, our opponent is Black-Green Graveyard, I'm guessing, which makes Pillar of Light excellent because their best cards by a mile are all big creatures. So, our opponent is Black-Green Red Graveyard, it seems. So we're gonna go ahead and play Welcome Turn, get our beatdown on. And Siege Room and Feral Incarnation into his graveyard. So we're going to take our 1 and like it. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and attack. And play Research Assistant. And say go. So Divine Favor is not great here. This is a matchup where my opponent's guys are fairly large, which makes Divine Favors significantly worse. Though, I mean, if you have it on like a middle-sized guy, or if you do have it on Warden, like I did that first round, it's really good. So Mountain is interesting. And there's Curd Chieftain. My opponents all have Curd Chieftain. I'm gonna just Pillar of Light it right away. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk possibly losing to Ranger's Guile. And I just want to be able to attack with both of these because I'm certainly on the offense here. So he has just a Satyr Wayfinder, and we have two guys, a 2/1 and a 1/3. We're gonna give him a beatdown. And right now, especially with Divine Favor in my hand, I'm certainly happy to race. Knowing he's got, all right, Welford's Golem. That's something that I can Divine Favor up this guy, and he can just block it forever, or I can just cast Triplicate Spirits. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack with Welcome Turn and cast Triplicate Spirits, and really hope that he doesn't Fester Gloom me, because that would absolutely destroy me. I would be left with Research Assistant in play. But given that he's base green, it looks like I would be highly surprised if he had Fester Gloom in his main deck. Or he's just Jund. He's not even black-green, he's Jund. So I'm almost certainly bringing in all of my Pillar of Lights here. We've seen three good targets already, so Pillar of Light is obviously great here. I just attack with both. I'm just going to take it. No reason to trade off a flyer for a Satyr Wayfinder. I really would not like to see a spider from him. Ooh, just another giant monster. All right, he's five life for him. That is it's a big swing. I don't think it's going to be big, game-winning swing. I'm still attacking for 5 in the air, and I'm going to Divine Favor up my Research Assistant so it can block either of his big creatures in the ground, and it gives me life, and I can loot with it. So I'm actually only going to be taking, I'm hitting him for 5, he's hitting me for 4. I'm actually higher in life right now. I also have Ephemeral Shiz as a possible trick, which is nice. And, at any point I could draw into Plague Wind. It's actually not Plague Wind because I have 2 of my 3 blue creatures in play if I draw Mass Calcify, but... I actually have so much going on right now. I'm actually not watching it, but I have the League of Legends on this monitor, and I'm actually waiting to play the top 4 of a Hearthstone tournament. Later this afternoon, there's going to be a stream. Oh god, that's a lot of mana. Heat Ray on him for a lot. I will make him indestructible. That's really good use of my indestructible card, because now not only did he use his entire turn trying to kill this, but it still gets to block. He should have attacked with Satyr Wayfinder, I think. Like, he gets in, either I kill it, or he gets 4 free damage. This guy can't be worth 4 life at this point. So I take 3. Oh, is he dead? If I just attack with everything, I have 4 guys getting through. It's 5. He would probably block this. Maybe he blocks this. So it's what? This is 5 plus 8. So, oh, he actually is just dead, yeah. Overrun. Kill you. All right. So we're definitely bringing in all of our Pillar of Lights. And I'm probably going to take out, I think I may take out Heliod's Pilgrim and Marked by Honor. Or maybe Heliod's Pilgrim and Divine Favor. Probably Marked by Honor, just because it's more expensive. You know, his guys are pretty big, and making like a single large guy on the ground is much less valuable than it is against a lot of other decks. So I'd rather use Pillar of Light to kill those individual large guys than try to hold them off with a guy on the ground who's enchanted. So I mean, I could, yeah, I think this is best. I could possibly, is there anything I want to board in? Maybe Turn to Frog. Maybe I just actually board in Turn to Frog and take out Heliod's Pilgrim entirely, because Pilgrim's relatively weak here. I may do that. I'm gonna take out. Bring in Turn to Frog, take out Pilgrim and Divine Favor, since I think they're both fairly weak, and bring in Turn to Frog and Razorfoot Griffin. So now my deck's like super well set up to beat big creatures. You know, I have the Devouring Light, Turn to Frog, and 3 pillars, and I don't have, you know, my sort of mid-rangey small like stuff that dominates the small creatures, because it looks like his deck is definitely just a big creature deck. So I'm sideboarding to beat that, and I think that a lot of people in Limited don't really think a ton about sideboarding. They're like, okay, well, my opponent has an enchantment, I'll bring in Naturalize, or my opponent has some big guys, I'll bring in this, you know, something like Pillar. But you know, looking at the cards in your main deck that are worse in those matchups, rather than just, you know, trying to see the individual cards. Okay, this individual card is good against the individual cards in their deck, but structurally his deck's a bunch of big creatures, which means that, you know, the kind of things that Heliod's Pilgrim enables are much weaker, and I would rather have just these individual removal spells. So anyway, let's go ahead and submit. This is an excellent hand. You know, we have Welcome Turn. If we draw like Soul Mender and then like a 3-drop, this hand is great. We don't have very many 3-drops left since we took out our 2 Heliod's Pilgrims, but our deck is still, I mean, our deck's just great, so. Ooh, there's a 2-drop. So actually have 2 into 2 out of 2 into 4. What'd he get? Forest, and he dumped other Siege Worm. All right, Pillar. It's an excellent draw. So I could play either Pegasus or Welcome Turn here. I think that I'm the aggressor, so I want to play Welcome Turn. I don't care so much about the life differential, because this ends up generating a larger life differential, because he can't attack effectively into it, because it's a, you know, 1/2, and I'll gain life when it attacks, so it's going to create a effective 3-point life differential, whereas Welcome Turn only creates a 1-point life differential, but I'd rather his life gets lower. All right, Carrion Crow. That's actually very good against a lot of what I have going on. So next turn I have an interesting decision of whether I want to cast Razorfoot Griffin or Triplicate Spirits. Triplicate Spirits is a stronger overall play, but it's much weaker to Fester Gloom. And Fester Gloom is one of the best cards he could have against me. So I'm kind of inclined to actually just play Razorfoot Griffin. Plus he has a Carrion Crow, so Razorfoot Griffin can actually attack through Carrion Crow. Actually, maybe I'll attack with Welcome Turn. I'm going to attack with Welcome Turn before I do anything. Because I'm fine if I trade, and I'm fine if it hits him. And I'd rather give him less information when he makes his decision. If he like blocks and giant growths, I'm fine with that too. Maggot. Alright, Maggot eating Siege Worm again. His Mondo combo deck. So I'm just going to attack with Griffin and play Spirits here. Alright, 6 mana is a lot of mana. Ooh. Covenant, okay. Alright, kills a 2/2 with Covenant, that's fine. Gonna hit me with Maggot. It's fine. I'm going to just continue the beatdown. Send in my dudes. It's not really continuing a beatdown with 25, but I'll do some damage. And given that he's gained 9 life, the life totals are actually fairly close. So we still have Pillar and Sanctify Charge, and this represents currently represents 10 damage. All right, another Crow. That's fine. Barely does anything. This is a Heat Ray. Inferno Fist. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna go badly for him. I'm pillaring that right away. He only has the 1 red, so he's not gonna be able to activate it. Ooh. Still want to pillar it right away. I don't want to lose one of my guys. I could just save the Mass Calcify for later. Oh god, everything attack. Here we go. Yeah, he is getting kind of getting the business, as we say in the business. He's actually dead on board if he doesn't block, because this represents 10 damage because it's 2 for each creature, and even if he does block, I first strike his guy to death and gain a ton of life. Alright, I'm just going to attack with everything. And we're going to Sanctify Charge when he blocks, because he's going to block. So he takes 1,000,000, I gain a bunch, he's at 2, I'm at 15, and I have Mass Calcify and Turn of Frog against 1 card and a Satyr Wayfinder. Feel like I might win this one. It has sent me a message. Let's see what the chat is. Brawler's Plate. All right. And we win. So that was perhaps the cleanest sweep that I've experienced in a while in a draft. Deck was just incredible. It had all the tools it needed. We ended up going into white with that Dauntless River Marshal and picking up the spoils of that in the future packs. Got some pretty late, really good cards like that Mass Calcify that was just absolutely dominant in a lot of those games. And I think really what, as I was saying after the draft itself, I think really what that evidence is just how valuable it is to stay open and to pay attention to what you're getting around you. And, I could very easily just take in, I forget what the green card was. There was a reasonable green card or reasonable blue card in that pack, but identifying it, okay, third pick Dauntless River Marshal is a really powerful card, probably means my neighbors aren't in white, And then, next was the Sungrace Pegasus over, it was, I think, Covenant of Blood, just to solidify that and go in that direction. And, it really paid off. The deck was just absolutely incredible. And we, pretty much had a clean sweep through the entire tournament. So can't say much more than that. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you learned something. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.